You know, I have to say, chums, that I do find this very strange when you think, because there is Meghan Markle, literally the world epicenter, all that sort of stuff, and she's literally plummeted down from everything she was trying to escape from to where she's returned back. You know, we were told when we first started reporting on her, and literally I remember covering it for, you know, channels like Australia, New Zealand, and, you know, the Netherlands and stuff like that, and they all wanted to push this narrative about what a clever businesswoman she was. She was a influencer, you know, all of that sort of stuff, charitable works. It was all of that. And you kind of think, oh yeah, you know. And then of course she spectacularly closed down the TIG, didn't she? Because, well, it wasn't particularly fitting. She would have done anything to join the British monarchy. Change religion, oh, she did that. And of course, anything. She just wanted to get that ring, you know, absolutely 100%. Now, where it gets even more interesting is, as the crown, and I use that term loosely, slips further and further into oblivion for Meghan, now her people are desperately trying to make sure that this latest comeback with Love Meghan actually has some traction. But behind the scenes, things are not going exactly to plan. Let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. Thank you so much as ever on a breezy, cold and cheery sunny day here in the very heart of London. I hope you're keeping well, and as ever, do take care of yourselves out there. Don't forget, of course, if you remember all of those celebrities that told us that we should vote for Labour are now toasted in their homes, aren't they? You know the ones I mean. Beverly Knight, Will Young, Elton John. Yes, absolutely. Nowhere to be seen now, are they, when the government's literally freezing elderly people out of their homes? You know what I'm saying? Get very angry about that, as you can imagine. Some person who's going to be very angry, as you can also imagine, is this woman, Meghan Markle, because now she's sort of resorted to schlepping her things in a couple of new stores owned by Netflix, right? And this is kind of like an adventure for them, because it's sort of time with their shows. You know, the sort of thing when you go to a big city like New York or whatever, and you can buy things from the NBC shop or the CBS shop, and, you know, quite why you'd want a t-shirt with Gayle King on remains to be seen, but there you go. You know, maybe you need a new duster, but at that price it's very expensive, isn't it? But what I find fascinating here is this, you see, because Meghan and her team now are ready to launch this product, you know, the byline product to go along with Love Meghan, which, as we know, is going through various edits right now. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting, because you see, while they've got the two shops, and it is a co-partnership, a very loose co-partnership with Netflix. This is why they're sticking with it, because they've invested some money already, right? Well, what they're trying to do, or hoping to do, and this was the bigger picture, was to contact more prestigious places. So, for instance, Fortnum & Mason's, Harrods, Macy's, all the big stores that perhaps might want a slice of Meghan Markle, or perhaps a spoon of that jam, right? Now, what I can tell you, and as ever we have to say allegedly, is yes, Harrods and, you know, Fortnum's and all that showed a mild interest, but the feedback simply was, well, we'll see how it goes. Show us some results, send us some products, we'll do our tests, and they rigorously test, let me tell you, and then they decide if they want to take it on board. Even the likes of the struggling retailers Waitrose and Marks and Spencer's, who for a while, if you remember, ran Duchy of Cornwall and stuff like that, well, you know, the thing is, they're having to debate whether they think this might work. You see, the problem with Meghan is she felt that her name, you know, the stature, whatever she's now got, would be enough alone for doors to simply open. Her team are young, inexperienced. They didn't think this would be any different. But what you have to do in this game, the influencer game, is prove you can sell a brand. And if you can sell it, they'll take it at a cost and at a price, and then suddenly you make some money. But Meghan, as ever, just wants to bypass all of that, a little bit like the 40 times 40 and the American Riviera nonsense. She just thought they'd take it. For now, literally, she's in a jam. All she's got are two stores in a couple of out-of-town shopping malls. If they don't sell in there, quite literally, Meghan is toast. Well, maybe toast and jam. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.